I summon Prohibition Hammer.
Prohibition's only underestimated.
Father?
Son.
Brother.
Brother?
Hot stuff.
What?
Curtailment.
Curtailment.
Wait. Oh.
Oh, you're
Okay,
right.
sorry. No worries. I was putting it on the screen to put it on the main Discord about anyway. So we're
Are we getting down
live.
to business?
Yes. We're not defeating the Huns, but we have a case here.
Now,
Oh.
So
tonight starts our broadcast hour.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, so
welcome to the Comic Crypt podcast.
Woohoo!
What we're doing with a custody battle between Batman and David Cain over one Cassandra Cain.
Let's go. Hell yeah. It's great. I love it. This is what it's all about. Everything just boils down to custody battles.
Cain is a real
I'm
piece
so
of
for
work.
it. That's true. He is. I.
Go.
Oh.
Okay.
He's back.
Oh. All right. Damn. The custody. Someone won custody over him. Okay.
I'm nearly 29. Hey, well, there's lots of women. There's lots of women.
All right.
Well, technically, there was no women in this comic, but there was. Well, except for Barbara Gordon, but there was a Batgirl.
There was a Batgirl. Yeah, that's true.
All right. So today we covered. We are covering a complicated list. Sort of complicated for us because previous ones we had the last one
Continuous.
very continuous. This one, oh boy, we had to deal with multiple books. So we covered Batman number 567. And then Detective Comics 734, and then we went to Batgirl 2000 issue 1 through 11.
Yeah.
What?
That's right.
That's right. That's
Laura-
right, Nick. Laura Bush did indeed kill a guy.
I do not get.
I don't get it.
It's a Family Guy joke. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, we're just gonna do freestyle tonight. We're not gonna go through issue. Where
Who ripped the fat
what
one,
do you guys
Wise?
think of the reading?
That was my. Oh, real quick, Wise. That was just my controller vibrating. I forgot to unplug it. Don't worry about it.
The Mark of Cain issues are really fascinating because there is just it's all artwork, basically.
Yeah, the artwork throughout this run was.
I like
not
it.
came across it.
I like it.
It's
It's very unique.
Like, I really like this era, like this era of like the millennium, where the artists are trying to emulate the animated shows, and like it really comes across as great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a good interior.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked the new art style.
Okay. There. I got
It was the
just to
controller.
show you guys
Okay.
what kind of looks like. What was like reading the comic? It was basically the same art style. I'm assuming it's the same artist team. From these two issues and the Batgirl one.
It's the same team throughout.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I found it very able. It was they were able to have their very expressive
Hmm.
in the emotions, and which is very important when you have Cassandra Cain who can't speak.
Yeah.
Man, we're reading a story with 2 disabled people who are females.
And
Man, if I had a nickel for every time Batgirl was disabled, well, that's well, no, I think so far I have 2.
And it's funny, like since last book we were reading through the Judas Contract, and that was the arc that introduced Jericho, and now we have
Yeah.
another character, of DC that entire gimmick revolves around her being mute.
Hmm.
Oh,
Jericho was a boy.
okay. I was just making sure. Oh, do we have anything? Another disabled arc? No, we don't have anything because Not has the pink one, has the pick an arc. But we're having Skybound afterwards in May, so Optimus coming to take Megatron's arm counts.
I'm looking forward to that.
Are you gonna go straight into Green Lantern, or are you gonna do something else?
I'll go into Green Lantern because I think we've decided on that before.
Yeah, we were about to start it on September. Like that was the idea, was that we start September. We wanted to take a break after doing a year of Spider-Man.
The whole year of Spider-Man. I've got you now, Spider-Man.
I do want to finish up this run eventually. Like it's not too long.
I want to. After reading this one, it's like after reading this reading, it's like I want to read more.
Yeah, it's a very short run. 37 issues and a few annuals, so it's very feasible we can do it in like 2 more streams.
We did last year for our Comic Crypt, our pre-recorded episodes. We did Spider-Man, and yes, we'll never be happy about Spider-Man because Marvel will find some way to screw him over.
No, fuck Spider-Man at this point. 616 Spider-Man, fuck that guy. Who gives a shit about that guy? Fuck him.
Like the 40-year-old Marvel leadership fears the late 20s early 30s man.
They're just afraid of what he can do.
They're afraid of his responsibility.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So speaking of responsibility, we need to deal with this custody case. So, just to sum up, so the Mark of Cain, which is the Batman and Detective Comics, is pretty straightforward. Cassandra is already with.
To get some context. This is in the middle of no man's land.
Yeah.
So I was kind of curious about. So what exactly is going on with No Man's Land?
So earthquake happens, and the United States government is like, you know what, Gotham isn't worth it. Fuck this shit. We're walling it off, and then everybody else can just survive in it.
Changus. Dark Knight Rises.
Oh,
they took a lot of plot points from No Man's
Arkham
Land
City as well.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Okay.
There's a just the concept of Arkham City, and also just one of the stories you pick up from like the Riddler challenges. It's just like earthquakes that are constantly happening, that have leveled like the roads around.
Oh, okay.
That is the absolute biggest question in No Man's Land, Wolf. Especially because it's basically gang controlled.
Wait. Peter's back to life? And he's the Juggernaut?
Wait, Peter's the Juggernaut? What?
He's the Juggernaut.
Bitch.
Okay, hold on, wait. Nick knows this, because we were reading, was it the fucking, like, Young Avengers web comic? How many Juggernauts are there, Nick? How many damn Juggernauts are there? So there's, so Peter's a Juggernaut, there's Xavier, there's Charles, Magic Brother, and then there's just Asian Juggernaut. How many Juggernauts are there?
Should we tell him about Fear itself?
Yeah, Fear.
Like that time where, there was multiple times where Colossus was a Juggernaut at one point.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's Cassandra Cain.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
I want to get back to so Wolf asks, why does anyone live in New York, in Gotham? It's only slightly better in New York. Simple Wolf. How about you try to? Hey, Genghis, how about you leave
We're talking
California?
about No Man's Land, but now it's gang controlled, and now there's Bruce. Batman originally tried to use his Bruce Wayne persona to fix everything, but that ended in a shit show.
Oh,
then,
okay.
When he got back, it was like, months later. Gordon is livid at him because he thought he abandoned him. He abandoned Gotham.
Oh.
And then all the supervillains have gangs. Like,
okay.
Joker's missing, but like Penguin has a gang. Black
missing.
Mask has a
All
gang.
Right.
Two-Face.
And then Lex Luthor is somehow in the mix.
Yeah, Lex Luthor is trying to do. Lex has a secret plan to try to buy up like all the property in Gotham.
Real estate.
Oh. Okay, so Lex Luthor's just Frieza now?
Yeah.
He has always been Frieza. Remember the first Superman movie?
It's been a while since I've seen the first Superman movie.
He was going to destroy all of. He was going to flood the entire, a lot of California to make free real estate.
Oh, well, why'd he stop?
Yeah.
Because Superman stopped him.
But
Superman's stupid then.
But as I was saying, eventually, Batman starts a gang.
Batman starts a gang? What? In order to fight gang violence, I too must start a gang.
I'm using the gang and the gang industry to destroy
the gang industry.
Okay, I'm just. Do I have the? No, I don't think I have the meme of like, oh, we'll teach them our peaceful ways by force.
Yeah, and then Cassandra Cain is currently working as a runner for Oracle. Carrying goods and stuff like that.
Though, like, the beginning of the comic was a bit weird, where we get like a Batgirl and then Batman confronting her.
Yeah, again, middle of the story, just kind of roll with it.
Yeah.
Okay. But essentially, in this one, Cassandra Cain's dad is an assassin named David Cain who is hired to kill Commissioner Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
And Cassandra Cain keeps foiling him, and then Batman confronts him and Harvey.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah, it's just really dynamic. How they it's very unique because nobody really does this.
And also, thank you, Wolf, for this meme. The whole world must learn of our peaceful ways
by force. You all right, man?
Yeah, I'm fine.
But this is just the origin story of Cassandra Cain, where we learn that she's raised by birth by her father, David Cain, to learn the language of the fist of the body. and she kills the guy, and it traumatizes her because she's seeing the convulsions and stuff like that, and how just horrible dying.
No, we don't see it in this two-parter. We get hints of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's when we get to the actual Batgirl book.
All right, but okay. So
here's a question I gotta ask: is David Cain like how big is he in the comics?
not very big.
He's not that very big.
Like he's created for this.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Like David Cain.
Yeah.
David Cain is just, he is an assassin character who is just manufactured for this story. And he's more of a big part of like Cassandra's whole deal.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think he shows up like here and there after this, but he's not a big.
He
is
so minor that in the Young Justice TV show, when they brought Cassandra Cain in, they replaced the role of David Cain with Shiva.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shiva is Cassandra's mom, though they don't know that yet.
Ah.
Well, I think Cassandra doesn't know that yet. I think Shiva would probably have a good idea.
I'm pretty sure she did after.
A woman named the daughter of David Cain looks suspiciously like me.
And she knows how to read languages. This is the thing, David.
I'm a fucking moron. Shit. Yeah. I forgot how birthing works. Yeah. No shit. She wouldn't know.
Yeah, she would know. And then, there is no way that would offer. I'll give you back your superpower if we do our death match within a year. I'm sorry. This sounds like a Mother's Day.
Yeah,
thing.
We do actually get to see that later on.
But yeah, so Martin Cain was very fun, but then we get into the real meat with the Batgirl book, where essentially the premise for the book, the first 11 issues, overarching, is Barbara Gordon and Batman takes Cassandra under their wing, and essentially Bruce is being a dad.
Hey.
Her dad, and Barbara's the mom. The best description. And then this first arc is David Cain trying to figure out a way to get Cassandra to come back to him, including leaking footage of her first assassination to Bruce.
Yeah. I think part of the backstory of David Cain is that he was like one of the guys who trained Bruce.
Huh.
It's just something that they could throw out real easy.
Okay.
To tie him to Batman. So they do have a past together.
Okay. Interesting. So, what was I say? I do find it interesting. I do want to say this, at least with the Mark Cain stuff. I know it is kind of in the middle of a story, but there are times. I think it's also been just Cassandra's own series as well. I feel like there's just some times where things. I don't want to say are necessarily missing, but things happen out off page.
Well, these are very quick stories.
Yeah.
So they don't really get in time. They don't really get time to just have a scene to have a scene. It really is just very efficient. Okay, Cassandra. What do you call it? Cassandra went out and she started, crime fighting, and then you're back, and then she's shopping with Barbara. From there, you can obviously just guess, oh, this is the next day, and that like uh, Barbara is haranguing her about like possibly going out
Right.
alone with when she still has to heal, and Bruce hasn't given her approval.
Right. It's just something I just kind of noticed. Like it felt like, oh, that kind of just
It's a
happened.
very unique type of book, and the pacing is kind of weird because of it.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it is.
Like,
It's kind of the double-edged sword of having your main character, your title character, being mute, who can only say like a few words.
Well, not just mute, doesn't even understand speech.
Until she came across a psychic who gave her the most awful thing to happen to her: thought bubbles.
oh gosh, no.
She put this man put clutter into her mind.
All I hear is screaming. I'm now thinking of Epic the Musical, the Underworld song about Odysseus singing about all the people he killed coming back to haunt him.
Ah, it's beautiful.
Drama. But anyway, yeah, that was like the most interesting thing about this reading is that there's no specific, and part of the reason why I didn't do like issue by issue, I'm not going to do issue by issue in this one.
Uh-huh.
The individual stories don't really matter to me. They don't they didn't impress me enough.
It's not the main focus.
The individual stories build up the whole.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because this feels very much like a serialized story without you needing to without you needing to read the previous issue. No, you can read this story. You can read one story, and you can probably pick up the second story. And even though it's a continuing narrative, you'll pretty much get up to speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
I did like that. I did like that one issue though with that one guy that she couldn't save.
John.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
nice.
that one. It's surprising that we had two instances where Cassandra failed at saving a person.
Her entire the major theme of Cassandra Cain is redemption. And that's like echoes throughout everything for her character.
Okay. Yeah, I could see it. But yeah, I do think that like that one issue is like an example. Like there's at least like one like individual story that kind of stood out, but then like most of it, yeah, like it's all more just or less just yeah, it all it's more or less something you just kind of merges together.
Yeah. The sum is the whole is greater than the. What was the term?
Yeah,
The whole is
greater
than the sum of its parts.
Some of its parts, yeah.
Yeah.
This like reading the story like really made me reading these stories like really made me fell in love with Cassandra. But if you ask me to ask about her in like what happened in a lot of those stories, I'm like
it'll become like it's like it's like this feels very much like graphic novel reading.
This is it's like a people talking about like if you're talking about like a 8-episode series on like Amazon Prime or
okay.
Think about it like a Reacher season.
Oh, okay.
Or
makes
like
sense.
or like Invincible, like those type of shows. People rarely, when they talk about like a season, they're not going to talk about the individual episodes as much. They're going to talk about the greater whole.
And the moments that that does stand out.
Yeah, but they're not going to think of. They're not going to think about. Oh, this episode is like episode 6 was so good by itself. Like, no, this is like during that time where early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, like we're in the era where the graphic novel is the expectation of reading.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is like, I'm partially not a fan of that. I like both. I like to have strong one-shots mixed with the storyline elements, but this was very good.
Yeah, this is one of the ones that does the best. Like I decided to skip the issue where Cassandra actually becomes Batgirl, mainly because it's
I know that going as myself.
Is it not really?
It's very, very no man's land story heavy.
Okay.
Okay.
Like it's a big issue, and it's sort of like most of it is Batman just gathering the Bat family together and like, all right, we're gonna do all this. Batman go there, Azrael go there, Robin do this, that kind of thing. Batgirl,
Okay.
Hey, Cassandra, you're Batgirl. Wait,
yeah,
what?
Basically that.
Like, like it, and it's almost unneeded because like you can just start off like the 2000s run of Batgirl, and everything just comes up to speed. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's her actually becoming Batgirl isn't important.
It's important for No Man's Land because that's a Bat family story. But this is Cassandra's story.
Yeah, it's more important that she is Batgirl rather than her becoming Batgirl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Though I do. So let's talk about Batman. And
Bruce himself.
yeah, because I really like what they did with him in this.
Yeah. Like, this is like the best version of Bruce. This is post like really is just post grievances. This is a Bruce that like he has Barbara in his life. He has Tim.
Yeah, he has the whole Bat family, like Barbara, Dick, Tim. I mean, even Jean Paul Valley. Jean Paul Valley is like sane during this time.
Who's John?
Jean Paul
Azrael.
Oh, Azrael. Okay.
The guy that went in the guy whose most famous moments is becoming Batman and just going nuts.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. He was an early 90s. He was like late 80s, early 90s characters.
I wish they used him more. Like, this is my era of Batman. Like, this stuff. 90s, 2000 to post Crisis to New 52 is my era of Batman. But they got all the great stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like how he is very much a father figure in the story.
Yeah.
Like, you got him being horrified, learning about Cassandra's past, him going to David Cain twice in his second visit.
David, I want my child support.
I want full rights to Cassandra.
David, I want my child support payment.
David,
I'm gonna get it in blood.
David, she's my daughter now. All right, she's my child.
David, I'm
Look
going
at me, look at me, David. I am the father now. I am the father now.
You can't see her. You can't see her anymore, David. The court just issued an order. Go away.
You know what's funny?
You can only have
you know
these
what's the funniest
video.
part?
What?
He actually adopts her as his daughter later on.
Bruce?
Yeah.
Like legally adopted?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
She becomes Cassandra Wayne at some point.
Hmm. How many actually of his proteges does Bruce actually adopt?
Adopt
All of them.
Not like as a becoming the ward.
Mm-hmm.
Dick and Jason. Cassandra he adopted, full on adopted. And Damien is his own son.
Damien's his biological son.
Tim
no, he
was
did
a bit
adopt
separate.
Tim Drake.
Tim was actually a bit separate because his dad was still alive when he was Robin.
Yeah, but then he died, and then that.
Yeah.
He.
And then Batman adopted him, and then I'm actually not a fan of that choice.
Huh? Really?
Yeah, because like Tim was already grown when like his father died. It wasn't like Dick or Jason where they were just kids when Bruce.
Tim had to be at least out of college in college around that point.
Yeah, I thought. I thought I'm with Xeonic. I thought all of them except a handful he adopted.
It's actually rare that he actually adopts them as his own son or daughter.
That's wild.
Yeah, out of the because you think about it, like the meme is that he goes up to an orphanage. He goes opens the door. He's like, "I'll take all of them, please."
But he rarely adopts.
It actually not very much, because Dick, Jason, and Cassandra are the only ones he actually fully becomes ward or adopts as his daughter.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when I'm.
You're positive Dick was adopted officially, Nick?
That's when I like. Dick.
No, he was his ward. Not his son.
He was originally his ward, but then he adopted him.
Wait, what's the difference again? What's a ward?
A ward is basically you have legal rights over the kid.
Okay.
But you're not adopting them as your son or daughter.
Oh. Interesting.
You're like the caretaker.
Yeah.
You're the caretaker, but you're not the parent.
Like an uncle could do that.
Oh,
they're not.
okay.
They're not adopting them as their son or daughter, but they're still your ward.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah. Batman. It's really fun with Batman. He's really acting as the Papa Bat right here. Mm-hmm. I kind of do wish we got interaction. We do get some more stuff later with Tim and Stephanie.
Okay.
Not so much with the rest of them, but you do get a lot of interactions between her and a lot of Bat family. Like Oracle. How'd you guys like Oracle?
Oracle's good. Like she's
it's Barbara.
Yeah, she's Barbara. She still she still has her strength, but her expertise is always just the man behind the chair. She.
Okay, we got it. Here's the comic panel Nick provided.
Let me see.
It's basically He did adopt him. Dick was adopted.
Okay.
Okay.
like for me, whether or not it is like legal, like Dick and Jason, he would he would see as like as sons,
Yeah, he sees most of the Bat family as his children.
like Barbara is a great like family friend, just because he's very close to he's very close to Gordon, and they have a very a teacher student relationship. Barbara, Barbara is just as close as Jason would be. It's because to him, the Gordons are like the Gordons are just thicker, than any
Their
other
family.
Exactly.
Okay.
There's just as much as family as everyone else. Just don't tell Bruce Timm about that.
Well,
He may take it too far.
Hey, you know what? You know what? Maybe Bruce Timm was on to something. You know what they say? You know what they say? Keep it in the family.
But might as well talk about Barbara. What do you think of her in this?
Yeah, she was
the
good.
Mother figure.
As the mother figure, it's nice to see Barbara in a very mentorship role.
No, Wolf. No.
Damien and Barbara.
No.
No.
Barbara's like a full ass adult by the time Damien's around, right?
Yeah. When I say Bruce Timm, Wolf, he did Bruce and Barbara.
The same relationship.
But yeah. So back to the parents.
The parents, right?
So what do you think of Barbara?
You're both very important.
Yeah, I like Barbara in kind of a mentorship position. It's nice.
She's very motherly.
Yeah.
And frustrated.
It isn't. Yeah, that's true. She was very frustrated with Bruce a lot in this series.
Even with Cassandra at points, I think she's kind of Before Cassandra decided to commit, Barbara was kind of bugged that Cassandra wasn't putting more effort into learning her ABCs.
But it's nice. It's nice to see a lot of it just kind of comes down to Barbara just struggling to understand Cassandra. That's just because she grew up in a drastically different environment.
Not to mention, she is so words. She's so literacy centered.
Barbara is doting. She as opposed to Batman, who can just be can just sense how ready Cassandra is at a given moment. Barbara always thinks, oh no, Cassandra could be more. Cassandra can be better than this. There's always something that she can always improve upon.
Yeah. Run a train on Barb. Shh. Nick, stop, please. I swear. This is what I have to deal with.
Please, no.
Nick, please. But no, but I I think really just overall, I can see a lot of potential with Cassandra Cain and like the stories you can tell with her. Like, uh, I do want to ask though, Mesh. So like, what makes you like Cassandra so much?
Ah.
Before Matchstick goes, I can tell you why I like Cassandra a lot. Like,
Okay.
I'm joining.
Thank you.
She is the most. She is so unique among the
How was your first night?
Bat family. With
I love it.
she's better at being Damian Wayne than Damian Wayne.
Wow.
Very cute.
I'm sorry. Like she is more interesting at like a individual level compared to Damian Wayne. They're both kids who were raised by assassins, right? And they both found the righteous path. Except the difference is that Damian Wayne is an assassin who was forced to become a hero, in a sense, while Cassandra was made to become the super weapon.
But she chose to be a hero.
Yeah, she chose to, and she struggles. She's an assassin who struggles. That's the thing. You can tell she is struggling from both like her physical issues of like can't speak because she was trained on learning body language.
But it's also just other like instinctual stuff she's got to overcome, like that, like when she stopped that guy's heart just on instinct because she got mad.
Yeah, like she put a hole in a guy.
Like, for me, Cassandra is like it's all those smaller parts adding up to making a magnificent whole. Because all those, because just name a thing about her and it's done really well. Her backstory, her design, her theme, her basic or basically a superpower. They all add up, and they just make they're all unique. They're all really done really well, and they all add up to make a really good character.
To kind of get into like the difference, kind of the difference between like her and Damien. Damien, whenever he's written, like the times that he's written, writers write him like he's autistic.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because like the when Damien conflicts with his father, it never comes from a sense of Damien understands why his father thinks the way he does, but he just thinks, oh, killing is easier. You know, it is efficient. It feels like it solves the problem better. No, Damien doesn't understand the concept of being a hero.
Interesting.
And it doesn't come from that. It doesn't come down to just because he was raised by the League of Shadows. It just comes down to, well, like they made him they just wanted, okay, so like here is Killer Robin. When I feel like with Damien, they always should just focus on with like as young as he is, you know, he's dealt with a lot of things, but there's still like there still should be something young about him. And that's why like whenever someone thinks of like better portrayals of Damian Wayne, is always when, like, you know, in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun when he is.
If you want one of the best sort of Damian Wayne's outside of the good comics. Battle of the Super Sons. And that's a one that will make you like Damian Wayne.
Like
Okay.
like Damian, Damian's at his best when, yes, he believes that he believes that killing should be a choice worth having. But Damian is also like whenever he's portrayed as just a pure soul, I think that's just when he's better. But like with Cassandra, like I think is like what makes me instantly like Cassandra is she's just sincere. With her because of her lack of communication, and everything is everything has to be physical. She just lets her heart out onto her sleeve. It's when she saves, well, like when she helps John in the alley before he gets killed. She just gives him a kiss.
Yeah.
Because like she doesn't understand, like she doesn't really understand, and it's not it doesn't come from any sort of like antisocial from what they're trying to do. It's just Cassandra is showing like an appreciation, like, and that's how she chooses to show it. And there's a lot of moments of that where it's like Cassandra is not an alien. She is not that she's like completely detached from everything. It's like it's she doesn't understand the greater concept of like terms or ideas, because of her upbringing. But she's been around people for so long that she knows how to, she really knows how to like, I guess the right, yeah, she really knows how to interact.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. So overall, I really like Cassandra. She's nice, and I guess moral of the story then is I've really only had one version of Damien I ever really liked.
We're gonna have to get down with you guys and watch Battle for the Super Sons, and you're like, man, why don't people write Damien like this?
There's a Amazon special for Batman called Merry Little Batness.
I've heard about that.
Merry Little Batman, which is just Bruce has to go away for a while to do business, and so Damien has to Damien is left alone, and so Damien puts on his own version of like the bat cowl, go and like patrol the city.
We're gonna have to do a Damian Wayne special at one point.
Oh, maybe when we get to the actual when Batman Forever the Bold the film comes out.
It's not gonna be good. I don't have faith in them since they're bringing in Bruce with Damien. That is a recipe for disaster. They keep making DC. They keep making this mistake, and they keep having to learn it all over again. You don't put Damien with Bruce. It happened in the comics. It happened in the animated movies. And it's going to happen here.
The only way it can work is that you change Damien.
No, you have to swap Damien with Dick. Because if you have Damien with Bruce, it's two little grumpy guys just having no dynamic. But if you have Damien with Dick or John or just someone else even Cassandra Cain or Stephanie Brown, there's a natural dynamic that forms, which helps lighten up Damien, but we have Damien with Bruce. It's just
Which I think will make it really hard to live
just too little Batman. Who wants too little Batman?
This is our part, so.
Too many Batman.
It's just Batman and little Batman, not Batman and Robin. It's what makes Bruce and it's what makes Bruce's Batman so fun with Damien as Robin, because it reverses the dynamic, because you have a moody Robin and a happy Batman.
Wait, you mean Dick?
Dick is Batman.
Dick's? Yeah.
Yeah.
You said Bruce.
Oh, excuse me. But let's get on to some other cool moments. What are you guys some of your favorite moments from this?
I think it's David Cain and the moment near the end of the run when he lost everything and he broke into GCPD to get the tapes, and he gets confronted by his daughter. Is like, I'm just here to get the tapes. Please give me the tapes. That's all I have left. The tapes of you, me training you and abusing you.
Kinda. It's interesting to see, like, that's his. It's interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I am always fascinated by, like, characters with this, like, kind of this, like, warped kind of sense of love and affection. Like, it's clear that David has some feeling of affection towards Cassandra, but, the way he went about it, it's like, it's weird. It's fucked up. So it always just fascinates me with characters like that. Like, oh, I love you. You're my daughter. It's like, you trained her to be a child assassin. You're a monster.
Oh, David loves her less for being a daughter and just more of just being a success. He's like a sports parent. He loves her, what she can accomplish more than what she is. Oh no! Let me word that different. Like than how she's like.
I see. Yeah, so it's but still, like, but even then, I feel like there is still some, again, that warped sense of affection towards her, even if it is for, like, just selfish purposes like that.
Nah, yeah, like, I agree with you.
So, Damien was made, in fact, to be Dick's sidekick, Nick.
Yeah. That's what people don't get.
Yeah, sure.
It really does bug me, because that's. I think it would actually be. If people have that mindset going in writing Damien, that you have to have him with, he has to be contrasted by by a lighter character, he would probably be a lot more tolerable in a lot more comics.
Okay.
Because naturally, is sort of natural arc comes to prominence after that.
Like, the only other way you could do it is by lightening up Bruce.
And you can only lighten Bruce up so much. But let's get back to Cassandra.
Yeah, but oh, sorry.
You
gonna say something?
You're saying?
Exist to a specific team all the time. We say.
Yes, I guess John decided to say what he.
Honestly, I don't think I need to read.
Okay, you're saying?
I'm scared because you.
Oh.
Are you there?
Okay, we can hear you now.
I can hear you.
Okay, my favorite issues are the Lady Shiva issues.
Yeah. It ends really well later on, because it is that little arc of hers is very fun, of her It highlights her determination, which is which is another big part of her character, where she's wants to be sort of that, have her superpower back, and she's going to just kind of, it pays off, but it is very reckless. The risks to take to do it, which is kind of what I could say. Just things.
Honestly, like when you turn on the news,
Okay.
I do think she should probably have her ass kicked more often, like once in a while. Like that fight with the metahuman. I think she should have lost that one.
There's a lot of rules. They know they have a lot. A hard standard for it, though.
Yeah, exactly. Like the way they.
But the Lady Shiva stuff is very nice.
What
in particular do you like about it, Ninjato?
The introduction of her with her stalking her, right? And like being told, don't go after this woman.
Here we go.
And she's like, I'm going after this woman, and then her saving the woman, the girl that was being targeted by Shiva, and then all revealed that this was all employed by Shiva to get a fight with her.
Fight me.
And then that sucker punch at the end.
That was nice.
It's like, I care about winning a lot more.
I care about winning a lot more. I do like. That was nice. It's fun.
And then, of course, setting up that duel at the end of the year. And especially knowing that Shiva is Cassandra Cain's mom. It's just setting up the whole Dante Virgil every year they try to kill each other thing.
It's time to duel.
Well, I just imagine that the day that they set up the year was Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Mother. Punches her.
No, the Mother's Day, like Happy Mother's Day, time to kill each other.
But she's not gonna kill Lady Shiva though. She says she's gonna purposely die.
Fire is not a rescue medication. Serious allergic reactions may occur.
Whatever that means, like, oh, okay. So, I know how to beat her at this game. Oh, do tell, Cassie. I'm gonna die. Oh. That's, an interesting plan.
Like, one thing you'll learn about Cassandra is that she kind of does. She kind of goes off a lot of the time with like kind of like crazy risks. That give a scare to like Bruce and Barbara.
She gambles with her life. And how often does that usually pay off, though?
More often than not.
Okay.
There was that time where she turned evil and got her voice back.
What? Okay. Let's go!
Yeah,
she became evil! Alright, I'm assuming
that was going to be mind control.
Oh, of course. Shit, they didn't like it when they turned this character evil. What do we do? Mind control! Oh, genius. Oh my gosh. You're hot. You get a raise, buddy.
Look, it's comics. Of course they're going to go with mind control, alternate double, clones.
Oh, yes, clones. I love it. There's... when you told me that there's like a whole event now on Marvel Rivals about cloning, it's like, oh, beautiful.
It
all goes back to clones.
It was a game mode called Clone.
Okay.
Where you're all playing one or two characters.
Beautiful. It all. The point still stands. It all goes back to cloning.
Marvelous clonage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So,
but
I would say like we reached an hour and we kind of covered everything.
Yeah, it's a very sparse book.
It is short.
Yeah, it is. Despite having probably one of the most amount of issues we've covered, there's not too much to talk about.
It does go by pretty fast.
Yeah, it was a breeze reading through it.
Yeah. But I get, that's just because Cassie doesn't talk for like most of the thing. So it's just interesting to see. I like that though. I really like when like they like switch things up, like play around with it with comics and like that. Like, oh, here's a character who just can't talk at all. What's she gonna do? It's always interesting. I like that. I like that stuff. Oh, was that not?
No, I'm sorry. I was just saying something to myself.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're saying?
So yeah, everything. So we all in agreement that you should all read these comics.
Yeah, I say give Cassandra Cain a shot. I liked it. I like what I read. I don't think there's ever been a thing we've read so far that like I didn't like. So
Shogun Warriors.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh wait, yeah.
I wasn't there for that.
Yeah, that was before you came on.
You dodged a bullet with that one. We tried. That was the only one I didn't.
That was a while ago, though. So like, it's been a while since we even.
Shogun Warriors.
Yeah, it's when
they grabbed old Japanese mecha
and tried to make something out of it.
They tried to. Shogun Warriors was Mattel trying to pull Hasbro by getting a Japanese property, getting Japanese properties, and asking Marvel, hey, like the Transformers, can you build a mythos around them, and like so that we can sell the toys, and okay. I think it was Wolfman also, because I know Wolfman, famously he did like Transformers, and that's how a lot of that, that's how like a lot of that, like him and Shooter spent like an evening just talking about like what Transformers was going to be about, with Hasbro's help, so of course. And I think Wolfman tried to do something with Shogun Warriors, but like.
Yeah, it's not all that.
Yeah,
it's kind of poo poo.
But there is something interesting about Cassandra. She was a bit so I think it was going to be in Birds of Prey. Well, this is right when New 52 was about to start up.
Okay.
Gail Simone got her hands on Cassandra. And she was going to make her a Catholic.
Okay. Let's go, Catholic assassin.
It sort of went into the redemption theme. And she was going to have a white costume.
Interesting.
I wish they would have done that. Like, I don't particularly like Gail Simone, but this is one of her best ideas.
Well, sometimes, what they say, the worst people you imaginable just had a great idea. I think that's what the meme is called. So
A broken clock is right twice a day.
yeah. So
I wish they would give her like a Pope hat. like the white costume with the Pope hat. I also kind of like I was kind of thinking like who would you have Cassandra romance? Like they tried it with the boy eventually, but then I was like I heard about like the Catholic stuff and I was like Jean Paul Valley. Have a romance Jean Paul Valley.
Huh.
I honestly would prefer. This is just me. I just get annoyed when they instantly like ship superheroes together.
How about just a normal ass dude?
Yeah, that's what I think. Like a normal person.
Anything either one said, I should have just kept quiet and let them two interact with each other and
maybe
what the other one said.
But
Stupid thing to do. I mean, I just put my foot in my mouth.
You know, I think a normal ass dude would be nice to help like ground Cassandra Cain. Like, you know, she's got all these amazing abilities. She's Batgirl and all that, right? And then who's there to, just keep her grounded? It's just a normal ass dude.
No, but she's my daughter. So
Yeah, I would probably think
Jean Paul Valley being insane half the time probably just gonna help with that.
Yeah, I would put a twist on the dude just to like compliment Cassandra. What?
You can't just do a regular dude because you're gonna have to get a character as unique as Cassandra. Because else it's just gonna they're gonna have to at least make a very unique character because it's just gonna be
Paul situation.
Or what?
Paul.
Well, no, I wasn't thinking Paul.
Not Paul, but it's just like it's like Steve Trevor at his worst.
I know you're mad, but let's
Like just
have fun too. And
he just can't keep up with the woman.
I'm gonna shut my mouth.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so final thoughts.
Well, yeah, I really liked what I read.
Yes. Good stuff, pal.
Yeah, this is good shit.
She is still one of my favorite characters of all time.
Yeah, I want for my final comment. I want to read more. I want to finish this run.
Do you want to keep doing episodes then with Batgirl?
I think we need to stick with the plan.
I think I do want to note for Green Lantern. I think occasionally we should break it up to not have like
a year,
10 months of Spider-Man.
Yeah,
continuously. I think maybe like every 2 or 3 months we should break it up with another something else, and maybe we can have Cassandra then.
We'll get back to Cassandra's misadventures.
Yeah, maybe late this year. Maybe like around September or something.
All right.
But, so, what? Do you have any ideas for our next episode?
So the
we scheduled the Green Lantern run for September to begin.
So for September, and this whole thing is just short runs, like
or an arc,
or arcs, or just or like like we did, like issue 1 to 11, something like that.
I'm gonna have to think about it more because I think I was I think I was staring off into space.
No
problem, man. It happens.
No problem. All right. So I hope everyone had a good time listening to us ramble about this. So have a good day. Good night.
Have a good night. Custody battles, man.